for your Denver Nuggets. At guard, number 0, Christian. At small forward, number 23, Cameron Johnson. The other forward, number 32, at guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 27, Jamal. At center, number 15, he's got jumps, Nikola Jokic. The head coach of your home team. This is your Denver Nuggets.
Leisurely way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Kick back and tune in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Siakam, the big men. Kyle Lowry out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Carter in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, in the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Johnson, the small forward, with Gordon holding down the 4. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. The start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
So the Nuggets with the tip. Murray against Lowry. Murray passes to Brown. Outside Johnson. Here's Gordon. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Leonard for 3. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Down low. Oh, sent away with authority. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Greg.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Lowry, good.
A burly, bruising point guard. Lowry is good at using that upper body strength to fight through contact.
Lowry against Murray. Up top, Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Rejected by Siakam.
That's exactly what Siakam brings to the floor. He's a relentless defender with excellent instincts.
3 points.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for him, moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up. Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nuggets. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Guys, back over to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. 3 on the clock. Deflected. Lowry against Murray. Leonard passes to Lowry. Back to Leonard from the arc. Drains the triple. Leonard's got 6.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Timeout call, the Nuggets. And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach. grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A. Basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Denver will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. Hardaway's checked in for Johnson. And it's Brown in for Jamal Murray. Toronto also changing it up. Boucher comes in for Siakam. And Ingram is subbed in for Carter. Now here's Watson. Back to Hardaway. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
How about the assertiveness from Hardaway Jr. there, electing to go with power and force? I love it.
Here's Lowry. He's got 5. It's stolen. Now here's Watson. Tightly guarded and stolen by Boucher. Takes it inside and finished off by Boucher.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
And it's Lowry with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Leonard.
Terrific use of the dribble by Leonard there. You know, his ball handling has really come a long way throughout his career.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Brown against Lowry. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Into the lineup for the Raptors. OG Anunoby. Emmanuel quickly.
Here's Watson. Blocked.
What a big-time denial by Anunoby. OG came flying in to erase that chance.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
For 3, Hardaway. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Toronto out in front, up by 11. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Raptors, this has been a game they've wanted to have.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Raptors lead by 11. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It's a beautiful thing. Shams, appreciate the report. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Tim Hardaway is out there with Murray. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's quickly. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Leaving the defense in the dust. How do you guard against a move like that? I don't know.
Lowry surveys the D. And it's Lowry with the jam.
Really impressive. Lowry in attack mode tonight.
Nuggets trail by 14. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Maybe not the title you want, but Jamal Murray's probably the best player never named an All-Star.
Yeah, interesting. It's kind of like being the last player or the best player not to win a major in golf. I mean, he is a devastating, lethal scorer and a really good passer, too. And he's been right there on the cusp. I think it speaks more to the strength and quality of talent in the West than it does to Jamal Murray's lack of ability. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player for sure.
The first free throw is good. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Barnes, he's checked in for Anunoby. Carter comes in for Lowry. And it's R.J. Barrett in for Kawhi Leonard. And Murray drops them both. Grant, he's built for the big moments. Jamal Murray ready and willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A., his playoff performances speak for themselves. Clutch scoring, playmaking, and of course, that killer mentality.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. B.A., back to you.
They're good with him in the lineup. All right, Allie, thank you.
Tell you what, there's not much the defense can do about that. I mean, Hardaway Jr. just has a special knack for making difficult shots.
Here's Barnes. Barnes rises up and hits.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
To the middle. Gordon, the pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway from outside. On target from range. Hardaway's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hardaway Jr. rises and fires with great confidence from there.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Now here's Murray, coming off a 31-point game. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
And, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
First free throw is good.
Showing more aggression here in the second quarter. He's seeking contact and working himself to the line.
And Denver will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Nikola Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Christian Brown in for Hardaway. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Ingram comes in for Quickly. And Murray drops them both. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that little road is more agreeable than in years past.
Now here's Barnes. Carter. Oh, Oh, what a finish in traffic! My goodness!
And this is the kind of vision that sets Barnes apart. Just a fantastic facilitator for his position.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And Toronto calls time here.
What's the t-shirt?
With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. The Nuggets, number 1.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
A minute 9 left in the first half of this game. Barrett finds Ingram. Now here's Barnes. Wing shot on the way, and the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Well, what you love about Barnes, he's a wing who can run pick and roll.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And when you have a multiple MVP like Nikola Jokic, there's pressure to put him in position to win it all, Clark.
Certainly agree with you there, B.A. Widely regarded as the best player on the planet, Jokic has the capacity to will them to victory single-handedly, but ideally, he shouldn't have to. He needs some additional reinforcement to complement his greatness.
And Brown drops them both. Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their games.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, B.A., we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring. And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
To the inside, here's Ingram. And he buries his first look.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Murray. He's got 12. 6 to shoot. And here's Brown for 3. Fires in the triple. Brown's got 5 points.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
And Lowry launches it from deep. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Toronto, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kyle Lowry has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. This has been a bounce-back game for him after some struggles their last time out. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
I have to applaud their offensive consistency. They're not wasting possessions or taking bad shots. That's a testament to their nature, their discipline. They're focusing on playing intelligent basketball.
And Shaq, your take on Denver.
Well, it's been a big night for the guys off the bench so far. The scoring has given them a real spark. I think we can expect a few more minutes for the reserves than usual tonight.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. What can you say? Kyle Lowry, an impressive effort here today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. So for the Raptors right now, Barnes and Siakam, the big men. Kyle Lowry out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Carter in at the small forward position.
You can just see and feel the passion behind the play of Kyle Lowry. It's like he's always got something to prove every time he's out there, and that energy is contagious. It spreads to his guys as well.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
Embracing his role as a leader for this squad, Lowry recognizes the importance of this in terms of developing his teammates.
Both free throws good from Lowry.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Pass to Gordon. Brown against Leonard. And a strong finish with two hands.
Brown can finish above the rim with no problem. Yes, indeed, he can bounce.
Leonard inside. Guarded by Brown. Leonard, good. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Pure from three-point range.
We've seen Murray shoot it at over a 40% clip for a season. To me, I think that's a sign of a really good shooter.
Pass to Siakam. With his first shot attempt, Siakam ignoring the defensive pressure.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Nuggets trail by 7. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders. Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Siakam.
Well, the physical tools are obvious in Siakam. Agility, speed for his size, length, and he actually couples that with a well-rounded skill set. He really is one of those guys that can do a little bit of everything for you.
Denver calls timeout. You look at Kyle Lowry, he's been playing really well.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals leaders. Nikola Jokic is second.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Carter against Johnson. Pass to Jokic. Oh, Jokic getting it done inside.
Even when you try to lock him up, Jokic finds a way. What a nice, delicate touch from him.
Ooh, the deft touch on the lob. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
So it's Denver now. Toronto making their last shot. Gordon, the pass to Johnson. Back to Gordon. It's stolen by Barnes. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball. Back to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
A reliable option he's been tonight. He's their safety valve for sure.
Murray against Leonard. Can they get it? And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the arm.
Denver shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Look at who's out there now for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Nikola Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. And Hardaway is subbed in for Brown.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
Now here's Lowry. 19 points in the game. Here's Boucher for 3. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist.
3 points.
Lowry's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Murray with the ball for the Nuggets. It's a 13-point game. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand.
He's shooting well, doing his best to keep this offense in gear, but he hasn't had a lot of support.
Now here's Siakam. He's got 5. Pass to Lowry. And an Obi for 3. And the Raptors another 3.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And the Nuggets call time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. Number 1, Denver. 4th, Toronto.
And last season, these teams really pushed the pace in transition. Once they had the ball, they looked to get up the floor quickly and capitalize.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
OG Anunoby.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
One shot.
And, you know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Now here's Boucher. He's got 5. Pass to Lowry. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Brown. Count the basket. Brown's got 7.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
To the paint. And it's Lowry with the jam.
Siakam understands when he needs to get rid of the ball and share the wealth.
Hardaway against Quickly. Hardaway with it. He's got 7. Pass to Murray. 1 second left. Murray gets it to go despite the contact.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Kyle Lowry has been leading the charge for the Raptors, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. We'll be right back after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Brown at the 2, Johnson at the 3. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Shot is good by Gordon.
In so many ways, Gordon is the ideal role player. He gives you great hustle and effort in all areas of the game.
Here's Lowry. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Lowry.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Lowry against Murray. Over Lowry. Murray gets it done inside.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Lowry. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Toronto. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then Monday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
And for that game against the Pelicans, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And Denver making a change here. Brown's checked in. Both free throws good from Lowry. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Brown scanning the floor. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Lowry. Denver moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Oh, Carter with the block. And that'll be Denver's ball as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets able to keep possession here. Clock at 4. Brown passes to Gordon. Shoots over Barnes. And Gordon with the basket on the assist by Brown. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter. Barnes passes to Boucher. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Raptors lead by 12.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You look at Kyle Lowry. He's been playing really well.
With the perimeter D struggling to stay connected to him, they're getting bombarded.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Now here's Barnes. Back to Lowry. And it's Lowry with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And it's rejected. Brown against Lowry. Brown with the steal. They're running.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
.152 left in the fourth. And Gordon with the big finish.
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam, sponsored by AT&T. Carter against Johnson. A little mid-range shot is up, and there's Toronto with another bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Jokic. And Boucher with the block.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Raptors.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to take one game in this season series. It was an uphill climb.
And I think it says a lot about them that they were able to salvage this game. When you drop the first two against a team, you can often get down on yourself. They overcame that mental roadblock and were impressive in doing so.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Kyle Lowry.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch four is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
And Denver will go for a different look here. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for Nikola Jokic. Watson comes in for Gordon. Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Brown.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Barnes.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
Murray passes to Valanciunas. Good work there as it goes. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Barrett. Lowry outside. From the wing, and he gets it to go. Lowry's got 32 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And sometimes Murray overwhelms defenses with his energy, which is why he gets these calls.
2 shots.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, deal for Lowry.
Lowry outside. Barrett passes to Carter. 15 seconds left in the final quarter. The three from Barnes sends it home from three-point land.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.